Hi guys, FrostFangs here and welcome back once again to another Paladins video. Today we're going to be doing some Jenos, a bit of a different video. We're not going to be doing any silly loadout like the last one that should have gone up on the channel, which was Charlene, or any of the other ones that I've done. A lot of the loadouts I do are silly, but today we're going to be doing, I can't even remember what the last one was that I did that was like this, but I guess a try-hard loadout, a serious one that isn't messing around and testing stuff out, because I've pretty much covered nearly everything I'd say in Paladins. Now there's obviously quite a lot I could do, but I feel like I've covered most of the meta off-meta loadouts, if that makes any sense. So instead, today, we're going to be doing some Jenos, and hopefully you guys can give me some suggestions in the comments of other stuff you want to see me try, because I know there's quite a few characters here that I haven't covered as much as some of the others, but today I really just felt like playing Jenos, mainly because I haven't made a video with this skin, for one. I made a video with Soul Eater. I don't think I've done one with the clips, but this is from the last Battle Pass. This was like my favorite skin from the last Battle Pass. I've done videos already on all the new ones, I'm pretty sure, in this Battle Pass, so I thought, why not step back and do a Jenos one? As you can see, he's one of the only characters I have one loadout for, because I only really play Jenos one way, and he's technically, as far as I can remember, my most played character. Yes, Damba is over here with level 31, but that's because I bought levels with gold, because I wanted his title, even though I don't use it. And as far as I remember, Jenos is level 23 without being leveled, or not being leveled much, at least, and that's just because he's one of my safe picks for ranked. I have played a decent amount of ranked. I think I placed Diamond 3, haven't really played anything other than my placement games. If you want to see a ranked video, again, just let me know, but I guess drop a like on the video and drop me a comment. I had a couple people say that they really like Jenos. I think he's really, really cool, but they don't have the right loadout for him, and I've never really shown it off. Again, if you actually want my loadouts, as far as I remember, you can add me on your friends list, and then you can import loadouts, or search by name. If you want a copy of my loadout for Jenos, I'm pretty sure you can just do this, because a lot of people don't know this is a thing. You can search by name and type in FrostFangs, and it should come up. Can I copy my own loadout? FrostFangs in all caps, hell yeah. Can I copy my own loadout? Search. The requested player was not found or offline. I guess I can't search myself. Or you could add me to your friends list. I won't be able to accept it because my friends list is full. Sadly, it caps out at 1,000 and I'm not able to accept anymore. I was adding people for as long as I could, and now it doesn't let me. I have like 3,000 pending requests. I really wish I could add you all, but I don't have the option. Not that mine are by any means the best, but if you don't really know what to do, a lot of the time, a default loader that maybe you've seen like a YouTuber or somebody play with is going to be a lot better than the default one, because most of the default ones in this game aren't that good. For Legendary card, which is what I was originally trying to talk about, I either pick the one that gives bonus damage or the one that gives a 10% heal. It depends on what my team is. I usually go for the buffed damage one. Shout out to Medi, just went ahead and popped a booster. Hopefully he's a good Cassie. We've got a nearly level 100 freaking Drogos and nearly 100 Ash. Nice. A level 9 Lex, and I'm Jenos 23. Really like this skin, by the way. I know I mentioned it quickly, but I do really like the way this one looks. On their side, we're up against another Drogos, another Jenos, a Buck, a Moji, and a Makoa. Wow, the new Cassie art looks pretty damn cool. I like all of the art on our side. Actually, it looks pretty sick. Plushie Makoa looks terrifying still. Any levels worth pointing out? Their Makoa is 53 and their Jenos is technically 3 times my level. Be interesting to see what he goes for. He's also got the same skin. So, I never really pick Binary Star. I used to when it was really strong, haven't picked it since. Power Cosmium, if they've got a ton of flankers and you want to, cripple them in your queue, can be sometimes useful, especially if you've got a pre-made team. Celestial Touch, if you've got a lot of tanks, and Luminary, which is the one I pick most of the time, which is when you have a decent amount of damage characters. I only have one loadout. I never feel the need to run anything else other than this. Astral Cycle, Retrograde, Relativity, 3 really, really important cards, all level 4. Reduce cooldown, extra duration, and heals, and then Light Years. I used to have this level 5 and this one, but I kind of want that extra 10% range because this card's really, really strong as well. And then Falling Star, because it's a free 20% off cooldowns if you kill someone when they're gripped, or 4 seconds after. Let's get Kronos, and there we go. This is pretty much every standard Jenos game. What's he going for? Let's check that out. He's gone for Luminary, and an interesting version of the loader. He's only got relatively level 2, but he's got Light Years 1 level higher, and he's also got damage reduction. I used to run this before it was nerfed. I don't run it anymore, but his loader is very similar. It's a pretty standard thing for Jenos. So it'd be interesting if they buffed his basic attacks again with that legendary card instead of nerfing it, and then maybe give him a different way of playing, because right now you're very limited in the way you can play Jenos. It's kind of heals or nothing. I guess I could give the reason as to why I play Jenos as a safe pick in ranked. I guess it's just because I feel like it's really hard to mess up with Jenos. You just play pretty safe. You occasionally throw out a heal, and you occasionally throw out your basic attacks, and that's really it. It's pretty hard to mess him up because he's a very simple character. He's the easiest healer to play, that's without a doubt. You don't require any placement skill. You literally just look at someone, even if they're through a wall, and hit right click. That's probably the reason why I'd actually recommend him for a lot of new players as well, is because if you're not really confident with any healer, all you have to do is just point it in a direction, hit right click, and you're going to do a job healing people pretty well. Just spread the icon around as much as you can to as many characters as possible, especially the flankers if you're rocking rocking the loadout I'm rocking right now, and sit on the objective and I guess let your tank push up. This is probably the most friendly video I've made towards new people, I think, ever, because when people don't know what to play, and I guess they like to play supports by default, I always just recommend Jenos, because you can't go wrong with him. Can we kill him? Can we kill him? I think if Cassie had landed one more shot there, we probably would have, you know, killed that Andro. He's not an Andro, he's a Drogas. I always get those two mixed up. I'm going to try and run here just to hope that I don't die. There's a heal for you. We're actually good. I guess he's got a decently high skill ceiling because a lot of very experienced players pick him, but at the same time, he's just so easy to play. You really don't have to think all that much. You just hold fire, look at people, hit right click. That's, I think, the reason maybe why he's so good is because he's so reliable. You just have to look at someone, hit right click, and you can't miss it. It's very similar to a Damber heal, except it goes through walls. I'm pretty sure it heals for more, or maybe it heals for a little bit less. I'm not sure. It definitely doesn't feel like it heals for that much less. It can be a bit of a downside in some situations, like if there's 3 characters all together, it can be kind of hard to land it on the one you want to, but it does feel like it still has a bit of a preference to the lower health characters. Sometimes it feels like it is going for the people who are lower health. I don't know how I died there, because that emoji didn't look like she was looking at me. Is this just a visual bug? No, nice. She killed me without looking at me. Fantastic. There is a bug with Jenos that's still not fixed that I was honestly hoping would have been fixed a long, long time ago. I guess the glitch, I'd call it a ghost mark, because it makes it look like you've got your mark on somebody, but you actually don't, and they're not healing at all. It's kind of easy to tell when it's happening because you're visually not seeing their health go up. It does throw you off sometimes when it looks like you've got your healing on like 4 people when realistically you don't. There we go. Just, you know, completely ruin that Buck's day. I guess he's also got Void Grip, which is something that I don't usually classify as like a strength for Jenos, but now that I think about it, it does shut a lot of characters down. Like, you actually just void gripping somebody when they're trying to do something that's like a playmaking move can really mess stuff up. If you void grip somebody and they have no way to get out of it, you are literally just holding them in the air. I think that's kind of cool. He's probably one of the only healers that has such a strong form of CC. Like, that Jenos can't move. He's just kind of stuck there. That Mako is ulting. You can also, you know, do it on anybody who isn't CC immune, so that's cool. I'm gonna die here. I could ult, but I'm not gonna. Am I not dead? Wait, hold on. I was just about to like pretty much secure the fact that I was gonna die there, and somehow nobody killed me. Can we talk about that real quick? What is the enemy team on? How did they not like ruin my face there? I don't understand. Let's get rid of you. My god, I feel like my basic attacks aren't doing anything right now, but they definitely still are. We shut him down, chuck a heal on the Cassie. Nice. He's easy to play, but not only is he easy to play, he does a pretty damn good job, and he is a lot of fun for people who have played him for a long time as well. He doesn't really get boring. I'm a little bit thrown off with my commentary just there because I wasn't expecting to have to dodge a damn Jenos ult as I was talking to the camera, to you guys. A fucking Jenos ult sound effect just came in my face and I was like, oh, okay. Like I was talking about earlier, the ghost mark thing, they don't actually have a mark on them right now, but it's bugged because at the end of the round, I'm pretty sure they did. I now have my mark on 3 people, but actually only 1 of them are receiving heals. Do I ult like this? I don't know what to do. That was a bit of a strange Cassie ult, but I guess we have vision on people. Do I ult? Sure. Ult, sure. Oh shit, we actually hit 2 people there. I was expecting that to be a complete miss. Oh my god. That Drogo's ult was so mean. He just completely denied the other Drogos, who was probably feeling good about himself for getting a kill there. Freaking Drogos just went in and finished him off as soon as he finished the animation. Poor little dude. This Buck is trying to kill my Cassie. Or never mind. Cassie sprayed. Oh, I'm so proud of Medi. He called me out in the lobby. I'm pretty sure it was Medi. I'm so proud that he just like denied a flanking Buck and sprayed. My man. Wish our Drogos would push up because he really doesn't need to sit her on the point. It was one mistake I used to make a ton with healers, was I'd never play the objective, but now I realize it makes way more sense for your healer to sit back, especially Jenos, who's a character that has a ton of range on his heals, and let everybody else push up and kind of zone the enemy team, because you can throw heals all the way back at the objective, which is fantastic. So that's a tip that I guess will serve a lot of people, because a lot of the new players don't do that. A lot of people who are very new to Paladins don't have the healer sit on the objective, and then they just leave the tank there. Am I dead? I'm dead. Okay, that confused me there because I didn't get turned into a cookie. I just went instantly from being alive to seeing myself in third person. For me, this is just like I'm recording a standard game of Paladins. I don't really know what I can add to commentary because I play Jenos a decent amount, and he's just the character I pick when I'm like, I could play a game of Paladins, or I want to play some ranked, and all of my favorite characters are already picked, and I don't really know what to go for, and we need a healer. Then yeah, sure, I'll pick my boy Jenos. He's a character that adds a lot to any team, and you can't really go wrong with him. Poor Buck. My god, we are demolishing their team. It's not often you get a stomp game when I'm playing healer, mainly because I do a pretty bad job of healing the people who are meant to be doing the stomping, but right now I'm doing okay on heals. I'm not really doing that much on damage, but I'm getting heals on like my entire team pretty consistently. If you've been watching the video, I don't think there's been that many people on low health for very often, unless I'm talking to you guys, in which case I'm distracted talking to a camera, and then I'm not able to see people's health bars. But when I'm playing properly, I'm not doing too bad. That was a bit of an off-center Jenos ult, but you know what you do, He is going to die any second, or not, because he just popped an ult in a really weird situation. Wasn't expecting him to pop an ult. I was just about to drop down to try and get heals on those people. Then I realized that would have been a mistake. There's a freaking emoji going for my Cassie. Don't you dare try and hook me. I'm trying to get heals on people and also trying not to die. This is a tough situation. You need heals. You need heals, and I don't want to die. Can you get off me, please? I'm dead. Sadly, Cassie was just a little bit too late. I think this is the most comfortable Paladins video I've ever made. There's occasional ones where I'm like, I've done this before, I feel fine, or I've practiced it a decent amount, but this is literally like a safe pick for me. I don't think I've ever made a video on a Paladins character where I'm so comfortable that I could probably play the whole game looking like here. I could genuinely do that right now, and I don't feel like I'd be playing all that much different, because I'm just sitting on an objective, holding fire like this, and throwing a heal. I legit didn't get mounted up. I threw a heal on somebody when the timer was on 2, and I didn't get mounted up. I mean, it's fine, because I can F, which is really nice. Maybe that's another reason as to why he's so strong. That's another thing. I don't know if Ash's "you rock" is some sort of sexual reference. I don't think it is, but she says, "You're welcome in my vanguard any day," and that feels like she's trying to pull. I don't think she is, but it feels like she is. I feel like I'm being hit on by an Ash, and honestly, I don't know if I'm okay with that. She's probably taller than me, and that terrifies me. Let's go ahead and kill my boy Makoa. There we go. I don't know why he thinks he's in a good situation here. I feel bad. Like, they did just clear us at the start of this round, but now we're absolutely whooping them. Another thing about Jenos, just considering the Jenos just used his F to get away, Jenos' F is really strong. I always forget how good it is. I just tanked that for our Ash. I'm very happy to say that I just tanked that for our Ash when I was on 300 health. Can you not try and kill me, Buck? Thank you. Kill to heal coming in pretty clutch. There are some more heals on the team. We're doing pretty good. What I was trying to say before we just went in a bit of a hectic mode there is that Jenos' F is really, really nice. I always forget how valuable it is as like a healer and a person who has to move a lot, how valuable your F is and how many shit situations it gets you out of as Jenos. If you mix it in with the card that gives you damage reduction, it's even stronger. But personally, I don't really feel like I need it. So his F makes him really, really strong too. Drogos went ahead and got top play. I'm pretty sure this is right at the start of that last round where he kills like 3 of us or 4 of us, or maybe this was the other round. No, this is the last one, I'm pretty sure. He gets a free double and then just about manages to kill me. Is this top play? That's the whole top play. The top play is there. Drogo's finally learning how to spit fire and Q. Fantastic. Level 24 Jenos. Fantastic. I've nearly got the tagline, The Ascended. I'm actually kind of excited to have that one because I kind of like it. It's kind of funny. I still haven't been able to do the kill 3 players within 5 seconds. I've had a pentakill since these challenges have been up, and I'm not able to complete this one. I don't know if this is one of the challenges that are bugged, that need a hotfix, because I've seen people on Twitter tell me that a bunch of them are bugged. I know there's some further down that don't work at the moment that need to be hotfixed, but that might also just be console only. But I've got a pentakill, and that doesn't trigger. I kill 3 players within 5 seconds. I've got a triple kill, literally last video with Charlene, that I'm pretty sure was a triple kill with less than 5 seconds. That didn't count. It was also top play. I don't know if that was more than 5 seconds or whatever, but I've had a pentakill. I've also got a Jenos ult that was a triple kill before, so I've definitely done that one because Jenos is like an instant hit, so I don't understand. I'm not really bothered. It's only 150k XP, which kind of sucks, but sure. If we take a look at the stats, we out-healed the enemy Jenos, but not only did we out-heal him, we also out-damaged him by like 4 times. Yeah, nearly 4 times. Not exactly, but nearly. Looking at the other stats, our Cassie came through with 3rd top damage on our side. Their Drogos actually did top damage by a ton. He really did try his best. Their Drogos did really good. Our Drogos did 20k less, but still pretty damn good. Our Ash, surprisingly, came through pretty strong with the damage side of things. I did okay damage-wise, but I didn't really do that well on the heals. I was only slightly over the Jenos, but I guess I technically did the best. Their Jenos did pretty good, already mentioned that. Their Moji did okay, 43k. Their Makoa did okay as well. Their Buck did okay. I would really put that down to like the 3 middle characters on their team. Not doing bad, but just doing like they did fine, but not really anything worth pointing out. Drogos and Jenos were definitely the ones there trying their best. On our side, Lex was doing pretty good, but I'd say the most notable characters are the top 3, and maybe me, maybe. I don't really know what else to say. I would do a second game, but I don't really know what else I can add to everything I said in the first one and the way it went as well, going 4-1. Pretty standard stuff. Jenos is like the embodiment for me of pretty standard stuff. He has just got everything I feel you kind of need to be a strong healer. You have a pretty damn good SMG. It does pretty good damage. If you think about it, it's been nerfed a good couple times. It used to do significantly more more, and you'd see a Jenos be top damage in quite a few games. If you remember those times, shoutouts to you, you're a real MVP. Astral Mark works great. It has an 8-second cooldown for a 10-second heal, so it's a consistent heal that you can't really miss. We go ahead and up that to 12 seconds, and we reduce the cooldown down to 6, so you have a 12-second heal every 6 seconds. That's absolutely ridiculous. Not only that, but it's also a self-heal, so you heal for 160 health per 10 seconds. That's a 1,600 heal, which is also practically going on the entire time because we're throwing out our heal every 6 seconds. So this is basically an infinite self-heal. Extra range. I used to have this card higher, but now it heals for 32 a tick instead of 40. Haven't noticed the change that much, but I've definitely appreciated the extra range. That's why it's leveled this way, which may seem strange to some. But not only do you have such a great heal, such good damage, you have practically an escape. You're buffing your movement speed by 65%, getting a bit of extra jump height and lowering your fall speed. Kind of nice. I'd guess Void Grip is really, really strong too, because you can just kind of counter whoever's trying to jump you. Sometimes in some games you'll feel Void Grip doesn't do anything for you and actually kind of is worse than just using your normal stuff, but occasionally it'll save you and also sometimes can help your team finish somebody off, especially if they're like the last person and they're just running around being annoying. And finally the ult, Through Time and Space. I guess it's a bit of an infamous ult because you get 1.2 seconds to dodge, you become CC immune, which I've never really taken advantage of, and then you deal a thing that kills pretty much every squishy character and doesn't really do much to tanks. Like if you're a tank it doesn't feel that strong, but I guess if you're a squishy it kills nearly everyone because most characters are like 2,400 or less. It does, as far as I know, kills everybody who isn't shielded, who isn't a tank. As far as I can tell, every single person has less than that. So it's basically an insta-kill if you hit somebody with it, as long as it isn't a tank. It's great. I've seen so many plays where people get pentas, quadras, and triples with it, and if you have somebody to set it up like a Ceres or somebody else who can help CC people into a general area, the best times for me are when there's like super small doorways and you see 3 people run through them at once, you charge it up and they all get kind of clustered in the doorway and you end up with like a triple kill. It's so satisfying to do if you can line it up. It takes a little time to practice though. It takes a little while to get used to, and that's probably the hardest part of Jenos, is landing the ult, because he has a very, very easy kit, but then an ult that is completely useless on a person who doesn't know how to use it. I guess what I'd say is if you don't know how to use it, wait till there's a team fight and just aim it in the middle. Just hit A and hope you land it. Try and not like point it too far down or up because it does go exactly where your cursor is. That's the last thing I'll end the video on, is I've seen so many people who use Jenos' ult and point it at like this angle, so anybody who's close will get hit by it, but anyone who's far away gets completely missed. Try and do it on like as even of a plane as you can, because I've also seen Jenos ults who go into the ground, so that's useless. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you want to see me do next. This was a lot of fun. This was a very chill video, and I kind of wasn't expecting it to be, but I just gave, I guess, a beginner's guide to Jenos without really trying. I just kind of talked about the way I feel about him. If you've got any other tips, be sure to leave them in the comments. I'm sure people will definitely appreciate them. I can guarantee you if you guys do that, I will definitely also learn something, because I always do. I learned yesterday with the bloody Ying video that I don't think I used my shatter once, and I was playing damage Ying pretty damn badly, but I felt good about it. That's, I guess, the good thing about that loadout was I didn't really play it all that well, and it felt pretty rewarding, but I did read through the comments, and there was a lot of stuff that I realized in retrospect that I wasn't doing. Definitely the Ying shatter thing. I don't think I hit my right click once as Ying that game, and I would have got a shit ton more damage if I did. I'll see you all very, very soon, and as always, stay frosty.